So I am on my way to El Malpais, which means the Badlands, National Monument. I'm actually in the area and I'm heading up this type of road because what I'm going to investigate are some lava tubes. If you notice all around, this is all old lava fields, probably dating back for millions of years. And of course, now I have a truck I've got to go past. There we go. Certainly makes for an exciting drive, but I believe that it's this way. The problem is I don't have a lot of good directions. There's another truck. It's gonna be one of those days. I mean, I don't even know if this is the right way. There really isn't any good service on the cell phone up here, and I've got a map that I got from the National Park Service, which doesn't really tell you exactly where to go. So wish me luck, but it should be some lava tubes from a lava field that I guess the eruption was millions of years ago, which will be kind of a cool thing to take a look at. So stick with me and hopefully we'll find it. And if I'm lucky, maybe I'll even camp there tonight. I don't know. But more to follow on that. So stand by to stand by. Well, it looks like we were successful. Here's a sign. It's the big tubes area. It's where the lava tubes are. So now we're going to find the parking area. Park the truck there, and then when I talked to the park ranger down at the visitor center, which is about 25-30 miles from here, she said that sometimes the rock cairns that are set up to help guide you may lead you astray. I hope that's not the case. I don't want to be led astray. But I'm optimistic. I'm optimistic. All right, so I made it to El Malpais National Monument. That long, dusty dirt road, it just reminded me of last year when I had to drive through the long and dusty roads. Unfortunately, my truck now is covered with dust, as is the interior, because wouldn't you know it, I had my windows open. But let me tell you, this is an incredibly desolate location. You can see I'm parked here, and if you see over there, there's picnic benches, and it looks like there might be a bathroom over there. But there's nobody here. I saw two people leaving, although it looks like they were logging or something. Nobody was coming up with me. There's no other person here. I think this is going to be a great place to camp tonight as well. So why not do it if I'm the only one up here? So we're going to go ahead and figure out where the hike is for this lava tube hike, because I've never been in a lava tube, and I want to share that experience with you. I want you to know what it's like to walk through a lava tube. So let's see if we can figure out where we got to go. It's 114,000 acres of public land, which means you and I own this land, which is why we can camp here and things like that. So, let's see. Okay, we have to walk through the hydrogen peroxide before entering the caves. Got it. That's something that we had to do at Mammoth Cave as well, because it affects the bats. See, it affects the bats. And already we can see this lava field. See all this old lava here that's just piled up, and here to the right it's probably a collapse tube. So this is going to be kind of a cool hike. Maybe with some interesting wildlife on the way as well, which would be kind of cool. All right, and here's a rock cairn. These are the cairns that we need to follow, and I can see why they were saying that the path itself could be difficult, because unlike regular dirt where when you walk, it kind of leaves a trail. When you're walking across rock, you don't have that luxury because, well, it's rock. So we'll just follow these cairns and get to where we need to be. And you have to admit, there's something exciting about doing things you've never done before, because I've never done this before. Yes, I've been hiking, but never quite in a lava field. And we're high up. We're over 7,000 feet, by the way. the Continental Divide crosses through this way. If I remember, the sign said we were like 7,300 feet. So if I sound a little bit winded, that's why. Pretty cool. This is not really the place that you want to fall, because this is hard pumice-like rock. This would cut you up in no time flat. So need to be very careful. I opted not to wear my hiking boots, which may or may not have been a smart decision, but the sneakers have good treads, so I'm hoping for the best. So yeah, watch me fall as I'm talking, right? Okay, we're coming up to another sign. It's that Caterpillar collapse and then 7 bridges to the right, which makes me wonder, is there a way to get down there? Because if there is, you know I'm going to do it. So let's go figure it out. There's the collapse itself. There may be a way to get down. Well, I don't know. I figure there's got to be a way to get down here. Let's see. Look at how big that is. You know, there's a sign down there which tells me people have gotten down there before. So let's see if we get lucky. All right, so here's the skinny. I may be able to go down here, but in order to do that, I'm not going to be able to video, because I clearly can't hold on to a video machine, a video device, a recording device, and climb at the same time. But I'm going to see how dangerous it is, and I'll let you know. So wish me luck. Hopefully I don't end up at the bottom of a big sinkhole out in the middle of New Mexico. See ya. I have to kind of laugh at myself because I did a live Facebook stream on my page a little bit earlier today, and one of the things I said was I wasn't going to do anything stupid. Well, I am. This is probably not the smartest thing. So I found a way down. If you see behind me here, I was able to climb down these rocks that are right behind me here. And ahead of me, I've got basically this huge boulder field. Huge drop off here. This is where this all dropped in. And then the cave's over there. So what I got to do is I got to walk all the way along this into the mouth of that cave. Now, there is a sign or something that's posted there, and it probably says something like "do not enter" or "enter at your own risk" or something. But we'll see. I'll make a judgment call when I get there. But for now, it's going to take me a few minutes because this is not a hike that you would want to take little kids on. You wouldn't want to take anybody with any kind of physical ailments. And for God's sakes, have sure footing, because it's a little sketchy on a couple of those steps there. But I think I'm getting a gist of where I have to step. So getting to this cave ain't no big deal. Finding out what's inside. Ooh. Like I said, it's a little spooky to think about these things, because you're doing things by yourself. You got to keep in mind, I'm all by myself doing this, so if anything happens. So, ooh, big difference in temperature. It says keep off the moss. That's what that sign says. It might be hard to see, but there's a sign in there that says keep off the moss. So I promise I will keep off the moss, but I still have to climb a long way to get down in this, and then we'll see how far it goes. And when I said ooh before, there's a huge temperature difference, huge temperature gradient between in there and out here. So let's see where we end up. I'm trying to do this in real time because this is very precarious here. I'm not lying, folks. This is not something to be taken lightly. Don't do what I'm doing. Might not be the best idea, but I'm doing it so you don't have to. Yeah, that's my justification, I guess, right? All right, let me take a walk over here and figure out what my options are. Okay, that was sketchy to say the least. A couple times I almost lost my footing on this downward incline, but somebody was nice enough to kind of mark the trail. There's a marker there. And there was a marker back up there. That's not to say that it makes it any safer, it just gives you a better route. And since I'm not wearing my hiking boots and just sneakers, I want to make sure that I don't fall. But I am inside this giant lava tube, and look at this. Look it up above. All that could fall at any time, and all this stuff here is falling in. And ahead of me is a cave. I'm just really interested to check it out, to show you what's in this thing. Remember the sign said keep off the moss, so I'm going to keep off the moss. I don't know how many people come down here, but clearly some people do. Wow, this is enormous down here. I've never been in anything like this before. I mean, I've been in Mammoth Cave, I've been in some other caves, but this is on a whole nother level. I don't see any bats or anything, so that's good. Haven't seen any snakes or insects or anything, so that's good. But we do have more moss coming up, so I'll be careful not to step on that. If anything, because it's slick. And, between you and me, I don't want to fall. So I'll avoid that if I can. Okay, there's the entrance. That's where I came in from. I don't know how well this camera is going to do because it's getting dark, and this is not a camera that's meant for the dark. But I did not bring a flashlight, which was silly of me. I should always remember to bring a flashlight. So I don't know if it dead ends here or what, but I think this is as far as I'm going to go for this particular hike. Very happy with the outcome. I didn't even know this was here. I knew it was a lava volcano, prehistoric volcano activity, but I had no idea it had this kind of thing. So super cool. Glad I came. I hope that you enjoy it. Enjoy the video, and maybe I'll take some video going back out because maybe there's more to see. My guess is that there is. So for now, just leave me at the bottom of a lava crater. I'll be fine. I have friends here, right? Hello? If somebody said hello back, I would freak out. See ya. Well, good morning, everyone. Today's the 27th of May, 2025, and I'm still at El Malpais National Monument here in New Mexico. Last night, I slept at the lava tubes camping area. It's not really a camping area. It was more or less a picnic area, but I camped there anyway. I was the only one there. There was a truck that had parked earlier in the evening, a camper truck, but they decided to relocate prior to sunset. So I spent all last night by myself in the wilderness, and it was super quiet. The wind had died down and you couldn't hear anything. I mean, it just was an amazing experience. And then to peek outside of the tent and see the hundreds and millions of stars, it was a breathtaking experience. But I'm a morning person, so I'm up early. My next destination, which is the Chaco Cultural National Park, is only about 2.5 hours from here. So I figured, why not do a little bit more hiking this morning? Now, I will note, it is chilly this morning. In the car, when I looked at the thermometer on the way to the second hiking spot, which I'll talk about in a second, it was right around 34 degrees. So that's pretty cold. It's pretty cold, considering it's May. But I'm in a very mountainous region. Continental Divide is right around 7,800 feet, which isn't that far, maybe a mile going that direction. So it's not a surprise. But today I thought I would go ahead and take another hike since I'm ahead of schedule. I've got some time. It is cold, so I am wearing my jacket today. But I thought, why not take a walk at another part of El Malpais, which is called the El Calderon, which I would imagine means the cauldron. So let's lock up the truck. So I forgot to lock it yesterday when I went hiking, and let's check out this location. So here's the information thing here at El Calderon Trail. There's the walking chart up ahead, or up towards the top rather. And yeah, let's see where we end up. It looks like it's probably going to be a couple miles, so it might take a little bit, but I'm okay with that because we've got all the time in the world. Okay, this is Junction Cave. Let's check it out. Let's see if I can get down in here. Problem is when you have a back that's painful. I see some kind of squirrel creature down here. Oh, it's not difficult to get in. Well, it looks like this is blocked off over here, but let's check this side out first. So I guess what I don't want to do is fall down this hill, so let's take it very slow. It looks like there's cave markings and stuff back there. Yeah, it's all... Cave is all blocked off. You can't go back there. I mean, maybe there's a way to, you know, some unknown way to do it, but... Hello! Yep, these markers and everything else back there, so... Obviously, it's a popular spot. So, all right, I'll head back up and we'll check out the other side. What do you say? Let's do this. I do have to admit that when you're doing this hiking on your own, you know, when you explore the country by yourself, I think the intimidation factor really is, you know, entering places like that, right? Which, if you're, you know, 19, 20 years old, probably ain't no big deal, but the older you get, the more resistant you get perhaps to the idea of doing things like climbing in giant pits, because, you know, here I'm going to be 60 years old in a couple weeks. I can't imagine me climbing down there not being able to get up, especially when I'm by myself. You know what I mean? So I'm at what they call, I guess, Bat Cave. It's two caves. Kind of hard to see here again because of the sun, but we'll do the best we can. There's one to the right over there. It says cave closed, do not enter. I have no interest in entering if it says do not enter. And then over here, we've got what looks like another potential cave. But we are going to walk down at least and at least check out the area there, but I don't want to disturb any wildlife, nor should you. If you're doing these types of adventures by yourself or with folks, you know, resist the temptation of entering places that they warn you not to enter. You know, avoid taking artifacts. I just saw a little animal. You know, avoid taking artifacts and things like that. You know, leave things in place in situ, so that others can come later and enjoy. I just want to watch her. I'm walking again. Like I was saying, you don't want to disturb anything. Just leave everything the way it is. Wow, this is cool. Alright, let's... Well, it looks like a deceased little animal down here. Looks like that goes in a ways. We'll check it out. Be careful not to step on things that could hurt us or fall down, you know. So this has some markers here. You can see markers where people have been here. Go in and check it out. See what's over here. In case you're wondering, am I afraid when I do this? Well, the short answer is yeah. It's a little spooky. It's kind of intimidating to go. See, this ends. Oh no, actually it goes up. It is a little intimidating, a little frightening sometimes because you don't know what you're going to find. You are by yourself after all when shit happens. Hope I just swore again. Yeah, this goes way up in there. Go up a little further and check this out. It's hard. Also, I don't want to fall because I'm not wearing my... Yeah, see, this goes way up in there. This is pretty cool. Hopefully the camera's picking all this up. I think the risk of going in too far is I don't have a very strong thing, a strong light. So I think that will probably be it for me as far as going into this cave, but quite an adventure, right? Because if you see behind me, that's where I came in. We're going to go ahead and head back out that way and keep walking. Gotta love this stuff, huh? Well, that was a lot of fun doing that. That's a nice cave to go in. I really wasn't expecting there to even be a cave way out here, because stopping here at El Caldron was kind of a spur of the moment thing. Wasn't on the planned agenda, but sometimes that's when you have the best experiences, is when they're unplanned, right? So I'm going to sign off now from El Malpais National Monument. Check it out if you can. I'm so glad I did. See you guys next time, and happy trails.